Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of From the Stands. I have Hunter back here, our OU content manager. I've heard that it's been a big week in Norman. What's been going on?
Been a really big week for Oklahoma softball fans. We finally got our first commit of the class of 2027. We saw that Go Boomer tweet. Everybody's been waiting for that to come out. The first one from Patty Gasso. Everybody was wondering who it was. I knew who I wanted it to be. Thankfully, my dream and wish came true because that Go Boomer tweet belonged to the one, the only Goose Hutchens from Wagner, Oklahoma. So we're really excited to have her on today. Hey, Goose, how's it going?
Good.
Good. So it's been a couple of days since that happened. Have you had time to let it all sink in, respond to probably the hundreds and hundreds of Instagram, Facebook messages after your commitment?
Yeah, I've had some time to kind of do that, but after I posted that, I actually put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and the high school team went to a junior high game, so I didn't answer my phone till after, and my phone was like overheated with messages and stuff like that.
Probably.
I can't even imagine, like going through all of that and just the intensity of what happened on X. Even just me opening it was wild. You had current players, former players, all of that reacting as well. What was that like to see that? Like, it's not just fans, right, that were doing that, which are really pumped, but people that are part of that OU base already.
It was crazy to see. I mean, you have the stars of OU softball commenting and stuff like that. And it was just crazy to like look at it and think about it. Like, man, they're excited that I'm coming to school here and I'm getting to be a part of that. And it was honestly a really welcoming feeling.
Absolutely.
You were Softball America's #2 overall player in the country, #1 catcher in the country, huge accolades. You have incredible stats. We'll talk about, kind of your recruitment journey and your eventual commitment, but just kind of step back a few years. Kind of like just tell us about your softball journey. I know you have a really unique background as you also played baseball. We all kind of come to know you during your run with Oklahoma in the Little League World Series. So just kind of talk about your journey to this point a little bit.
Yeah, I grew up playing baseball with my brothers. I have 2 older brothers, and I played baseball with them growing up, always played up. They're both a year and 2 older than me. So I grew up doing that. I didn't start playing softball till I was, I believe, 10 or 11. There was a local team around here that my dad had been friends with the coach, and he was like, come on, just come give it a try. And at first, I'll be honest, I absolutely hated softball. I was like, baseball, baseball, baseball. I'm going to do nothing but baseball. But my parents got me to stick with it, and I was playing both back and forth between weekends. Like, I literally would get done playing a baseball game, change uniforms, go play a softball game, and, like, switch back and forth all weekend doing that. And then eventually it got to the point where softball was getting so much faster than baseball to where I was just like, man, like, I love softball now. And I think when I was going into 7th grade is whenever I stopped playing baseball.
That's crazy. And what's amazing is, as we've been doing a lot of these interviews, there are people who have switched sports, played a variety of different sports. How do you think, even though it's both diamond sports, things like that, how do you think like even playing multiple sports has helped you get to where you are today?
It definitely helped a lot. Like, I'd say hitting part of it was big with baseball and softball. I mean, you go from seeing a ball coming from up here to down here and, like, switching back and forth with that, I feel like really kind of trains your eyes in a way. And it was also just a big thing of, like, baseball and softball are so much alike, but I didn't realize how different they were until you play both sports. Like, there's so many of the rules and stuff like that would blow baseball players' minds with softball, and the same vice versa with softball and baseball.
That's awesome. So I'm going to ask you a question, Goose. We have heard all about your stats. We know that you are a darn good player, but how would people describe Goose?
Hopefully in a good way, but I mean, I'd say I'm pretty funny. Most people think I'm pretty funny. I'd say I always try to strive to be a nice person, so definitely nice, funny, kind of around there.
Absolutely. It's always the hardest question, right? Like, how do you describe yourself?
Yeah.
And I know that that's tough, but it says a lot about who you are, to even with all of the stress, everything that comes with getting ready to play at a high level D1 program, that you're able to just sort of enjoy life, right? And to be funny and to do that. But we do know that there's that back door, which you're working really, really hard for. And what is your why?
I try to be the best role model I can be for younger girls. I do lessons around town with some of the younger girls here, and I know like their parents will send me text messages about how they did on a test or how they got a good behavior report card in school, and their parents always want to be like, hey, she wanted to show you this because she's proud. So definitely getting up and being a role model for those little girls every day, because I mean we all had someone we looked up to, so make
Absolutely.
sure
And
got
man,
someone.
you're gonna see all the little ones when they put out the little softball and want your signature once you're all suited up in that uniform.
Mhm.
And you can't but help to say like the lasting impact that you all have. It's there. So that's awesome.
There's got to be a lot of girls that already look up to you right now, and so I'm curious, kind of who is it that you looked up to? Who are your role models? Whether that's current OU players, family members, teachers, coaches, kind of who are your role models right now?
Definitely a big role model for me has always been my dad. I mean, growing up, I always wanted to be like my dad. I always wanted to be like my parents in general. I mean, they always have set a good example for me and always have kind of helped lead me in the right direction no matter what. From a softball standpoint, it's always been Kinsey Hansen. I mean, ever since I first watched her, whenever I first started, I mean, getting into softball, just the way she played and the way she carried herself, I always wanted to be like that and carry myself like that and just be the player she was.
I did happen to wear my
Yeah.
K9 shirt for that.
I like K9.
So I was like, I think she's a big fan of K9. So I was like, I feel like this is an
Yeah.
appropriate shirt to wear for this interview today. So
Definitely.
And I hope she's listening because
yeah,
she'll love it.
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
it. That's awesome.
Have you spoke to K9 before? Has she like given you any like advice, or have you been able to like talk to her about anything, just about softball in general?
Yeah, I've been to a couple OU camps that she was there, and we kind of got to work with. I got to work with her catching and stuff like that. So yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of camping and things like that, I mean, it feels like more and more we're starting to see it on X and Twitter, whatever, and that this is the process and how you do it. What was your recruitment like in terms of when did you know that the OU that's the one I want to be? Like, what was that journey like to that moment?
Yeah, OU was actually the very first softball camp I ever went to when I just got into softball and I was 11 years old. We went to a summer camp. First softball camp, like I had no idea what to expect, and I remember I was honestly scared for it, but honestly that day really is what got me like loving OU so much. Like I went to that camp and I remember just standing out there and looking around, and I mean everyone was so welcoming there. That really sparked my love for it there. And then as the time went on and stuff like that, I mean, everyone has a dream with their schools and stuff like that. So, I mean, getting to actually keep going back to camps and eventually getting recruited by that school is definitely a big thing for me.
I mean, if you have a picture from that camp, you need to frame it, and just honestly put it right by your bed and be like, this is where I'm going. Like, that's incredible, especially since it's your first camp to where you are now. So, man, I love
my mom actually does have a picture of me squatted down at Marita Hines behind the plate after that camp because I told her, I was like, I'm going to come to school and catch you.
Oh,
you manifested it. It was destiny.
Yes, I was going to say, I was like, what? I was like, that's incredible. My gosh. I got no words. Every OU story is unique. But I love the fact that yours started when you were young. That's awesome.
Tell me a little bit about, I guess, to the visit that you were at. So you were there for last weekend, for the Michigan game. Kind of tell me just kind of about how that process was, and was there kind of what moment, or was there a moment that, like, I know you said you've dreamed of OU has been a big goal of yours, and you grew up in an OU family, but was there a moment during that visit that clicked, that like really solidified that, where you were like, yeah, this is it, 100%, like this is going to be my school?
Honestly, I would say we did this thing called the Sooner Olympics, and the girls, all four of us, we had our two hosts, and we did a bunch of games and stuff like that. And I mean, getting to be around the girls was a big thing for me. I mean, you kind of really get to get a feel for the school and feel for who they are. And just how much fun we had competing was definitely competing is a big thing for me. So definitely how much fun we had doing that was one of the big things. And then, I mean, the other thing was obviously the OU Michigan game. I mean, you get to see how the fans are. You get to really get a good feel for the Sooner Nation there. I mean, it was amazing.
And let me tell you, a lot of them show up on game day, that's.
What was funny is when we were walking in the stadium, there was actually a bunch of people that had Oklahoma softball shirts on walking in there.
Yeah. And that is the beauty, right, of the OU fandom, is that they recognize what's been built and what's been built by your future coach, right? And so what is it about Patty, right? And Sooner Nation loves Patty Gasso. Especially when you bring home national championships, you're going to get a lot of love. But she's built this, and especially in female sports, to do this and what she's done is incredible. What about Patty, right? Like you, as we mentioned, you do have dreamt of going to OU, but that can change, right, depending on who's at helm of the program. What about Patty made you say, this is definitely where I want to go?
I mean, obviously her track record and everything, she's got, the proof's in the pudding of how good of a coach she is. But, when you really get to talk to her one-on-one, you really get a good feel for she cares about you more as a person than a softball player. Her goal is for you to leave there a better person than you came in, not just become a better softball player. So that was definitely a big thing for me because, at the end of the day, our careers will all end at some point. So knowing that she has a goal of taking care of you after that, it was a really big thing for me.
That's awesome.
I'm kind of curious too about like just the discussions you had with your family. Obviously you were a big target, for a lot of schools. I'm sure a lot of people were asking you too about the process, asking, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Where are you going to visit? A lot of questions and things like that. Where did you find yourself having to just kind of like shut the world out, so to speak, and just really kind of like take time to yourself, your family, just to kind of like really make that decision? Were you asking for advice? Just kind of how like mentally and internally were you like trying to process this kind of decision yourself?
Yeah, I was definitely trying to ask people for advice and stuff like that. But honestly, a lot of the times I would just turn my phone off and go hit. That's where I find the most peace, is just going and hitting, listening to whatever music I want to, and just kind of chilling out and dealing with the world after that.
That's awesome. All right. So we're getting to some of my favorite segments of the show. So we're going to go forward on this. So the first segment that I love to play, and it's new for the show, is 2 truths and 1 lie. So Goose, I want you to give us 3 different things, right? Yeah. But 2 are truths, there's a lie, as the segment says. Pretty wild here from the stands. We keep it simple. So do you have those 3 things?
Yes.
Throw them at us.
Okay. I know how to water ski. I can throw left-handed, and I play basketball.
Okay, I know you're a switch hitter,
so
I feel like you can probably throw left-handed.
But I'm also questioning that.
Maybe she can
because
just hit.
Throwing, right? The mechanic of throwing can be greatly different. Water skiing seems like, I feel like you like. I'm not questioning your ability, because I feel like you're so athletic, like you would just be
do anything.
Do that. But my question is whether you have or have not. And then basketball. I could see you like the same thing. Like I could see you playing basketball, but which one do you think is the lie, Hunter? This is hard.
I'm going to go with the lie.
Don't have a reaction yet, Goose, because I got to go.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the lie is basketball.
I'm different. I'm going to say you're a switch hitter, which makes you think you're got to be naturally ambidextrous. I'm going to go left-handed. You can't throw left-handed.
Okay.
I watched the water skiing. I swear to God.
Is that it?
What is it?
I actually don't play basketball. I can show you. I have my water ski in my room if you guys want to see it.
You can also throw left-handed?
Yeah, okay. What's funny with that is Cheney Helton, we started playing ambidextrous catch in the summer because she's left-handed, I'm right-handed, so we'd switch gloves and we'd play catch like opposite way. So I just kept doing it, and I do it all the time, like at home. Like I switch my glove and I play the other way.
So crazy. That is so talented. Like you just think about like being able to do that is insane. I can barely write with my left hand because I'm right-handed dominant. So like just to be able to like throw, hit, do it successfully, not just like swing, switch hit, but like actually hit and hit well. Switch hitting is so impressive. It's insane.
I just can't believe you can also throw. That's crazy. I thought it was for sure. I was like, all right, because it's been stated a lot that you can switch hit. So I'm like, oh, she's trying to get me. Darn, you weren't even trying. I really
Do you
want
like
to
hitting? Do you like hitting left or right better, or is it situational?
I like hitting left better. I mean, I've always been left-handed dominant. The only reason I started switch hitting really was because, I mean, in junior high, they were starting to not throw to me. So me and my dad messed around. We're like, hey, let's teach you how to hit right-handed. So I started that in middle school, and it just kind of built from there. Like, I'd always mess around at practice. And, I mean, sometimes if my left-handed swing fell off, I would just switch around and hit right-handed the whole day, and, like, vice versa. So it was definitely and it's also one of those things, like, I like teaching myself random things, like obviously the water skiing. And I don't know if you guys know, but I've also been teaching myself how to golf. So I like doing little random things to
You're going to
get
love
my mind away from softball.
I can see you being such a good golfer, especially because you have such, like, you can just change your mechanics from one side of your body to the other easily, which is incredible. But like golf, once you get your mechanics down, you soar. So I can see you really, really enjoying that. That's awesome.
And I actually golf right-handed, so.
Or yeah, until a month later when you're like, I got this right-handed, and then you're like, let me try left-handed.
I do that, and then like tennis next. Just see what all you're.
I know. The next thing is it's gonna be like Goose now plays like 5 different sports. I'm like, all right. So here we go. Next segment, off the tee. All right. So this is when, if you're new to the show and you're listening on in, this is when we ask a question or a couple of questions that we ask all month long. So you're going to be our last with these 2 questions. And so here's the first one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Visor, ears in or ears out?
In.
Why?
Honestly, I feel like it makes you look like an elf when your ears stick out like this. But I mean, and I've always had little ears, so I haven't really had to ever worry about my ears poking out. But that's definitely like if I see someone now, I'm like, hey, like your ears got to go in.
I love it. I just always see it being debated in the science of it. It's incredible. So I always have to ask. And now here's our next one. Stirrups. What are your feelings on them?
I like stirrups. They look really good. Honestly, sometimes they get a little uncomfortable, but I think the look is more like it makes up for it being uncomfortable.
Listen, I've said this many times on From the Stands, but I'm always impressed that whether it be OU or any other school that y'all wear them, because it looks like I don't even understand how you get into them. Like, I'm like, how do they stay on as you slide, everything like that. So I'm greatly impressed, but I'm also more impressed that you love them, because every time we ask this, they're like, so
I love the way they look. I mean, it just adds that little pop that I like. So
no, seriously, I think they look really sharp, especially when OU. Well, I guess both uniforms, but I like with the crimson, with the white aspect of them. Like, it just looks. I don't know.
It's just a little attention to detail that means a lot.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like an OU, like, do you already know like what like color combo like you're looking forward to most? Like, is there one that you're like, oh, I love that. That's gonna be my favorite.
Definitely the combo I did the photo shoot in with the white and then the straight red, the crimson. That was definitely my favorite.
Oh, I love it.
You really can't go wrong with any of them. And I know we're like biased, but like, come on. I mean, every look is clean. Every look is like impeccable. So like, you really cannot go wrong with any combo.
Definitely.
Also, shout out to the OU content team, because all those photos were fresh. They were awesome.
So good.
I loved it.
When I got those pictures, I was amazed by how good they were. They were sweet.
Oh, I like how they also even had with the SEC trophy, like but they still had the like natties just sort of lined up just so that you remember. And I was like, oh, what a touch. So first off, Goose, thank you so much for taking the time to just be with us today. I know that you've got a lot going on, and carving some time can be hard. But Hunter and I and everybody from the stands, the whole fandom as a whole, it definitely wants to say that we're rooting you on. We know that it's going to be, a year or two now, to wait for you to get there. But we know that you're in your preparation phase and you're doing what you got to do. So we're rooting for you. We hope that you do an amazing job as you get there, and know that you have the support of our fan base. So thank you. Okay.
So excited. Yeah. You were like, Jackie knows. I'm gonna like fangirl just a little bit. You've been like my number one target recruit personally for like years now. And I've been talking to Jackie even for this whole recruitment process. I was probably more stressed out than a lot of your family members because I was like, we've got to get Goose. Like, I was like, if Goose doesn't commit, then I don't know what's going to happen. So like, I'm so excited to have you. It's also great to have like an Oklahoma kid stay in state. Like, I love like when the Okies get to stay in state and like represent Oklahoma. So thank you for committing. Thank you for
making
saving
Hunter's
my
life.
yeah.
No joke. We communicate all on 1,000 different platforms, and basically we made Hunter change his profile picture because he was like, Goose has to commit to a Goose, because I was like, I'm done. And I was like,
that's awesome.
Every time his message popped up, it was incredible. Oh gosh. So we always leave the show with whatever team's like little salute or like saying whatever slogan. So I love when it's an Oklahoma one, because we can end it off. I'll say the first part of it, and then you all better say it nicely back. Boomer.
Sooner.
All right, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you next time from the stands.